What's good, guys? So in this video we're going to be going over dash, okay, making a dash script. um it's going to be client-sided because why are we not doing it on the server? Because anything that happens to like the humanoid or the player's character on the client gets replicated to the server and across all other clients. um yeah, let's just get into it, you know. Let me bring up studio here, you baby. All right, so as you can see, I have a blank place right here. Um, and yeah, let's just go ahead and get into it. All right, so we're going to just create like a little button. Let's just create a little button. Screen GUI, text, not text label, that text B. All right. And now what we're gonna do is we're gonna grab our button in this local script. So local players equals game get service players. Local player equals players dot local player GUI equals player. Wait for that child. Player GUI. All right. Now we need to get our button. So we're just gonna do local button equals player GUI, wait for child, screen GUI, wait for child, text button. Now we're gonna say button dot button dot mouse button one up connect function. Okay, and then we're gonna say local character equals player dot character. If not character, then return local root part equals character. Find first child humanoid root part. If not root part, then return. This is how I do my checks. I like doing my checks like these. It's just very clear, you know. Some people might complain about the extra lines, but it's like, bruh, if you're worried about lines, how much lines your code have, I think that's kind of ridiculous, but whatever. All right. So now what we're gonna do, if not LV, don't call it LV, just call it linear. If not linear V, then okay, so what we're gonna do here is I forgot to put this part in. So local linear V equals root part, find first child, and we're gonna call it, you can call it whatever you want. I'm just gonna call it linear V, linear, or I'll call it linear velocity. And then so if we don't have linear velocity in the root part of our character, then we're going to create it. So linear v equals instance.new linear velocity linear v dot name equals linear velocity. Sometimes they may have, it might be the default name, but I don't care. I like to always be sure I know what my stuff is named. That's why that's there. Just keeps you more organized. And then so we're gonna be doing linear v dot, what are the I forgot the the properties for linear velocity. All right, so I am trying to think about what I'm looking for here because I forgot. So yeah, one attachment, that's cool. So attachment 0. Attachment 0 is going to be our root part and root attachment. And if we're using R15 or whatever it's called, we're going to be doing root rig attachment. If it's R6, it's root attachment. So those are the differences there. Just so you know. And then what do we need to do? Max force, I think. I don't know if that can stay the same. I feel like it can. Relative to world. Vector velocity. I guess we'll change our vector velocity then too. I mean, max force. We'll do 100,000, I guess, to start off with. I forgot what I'm using. All right, and so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna get the humanoid. We're gonna get the move direction. We might as well just get the humanoid, I guess. Character, find first child, humanoid. If not humanoid, then return. So we're gonna get the move direction, which is humanoid. Actually, we're just gonna use root part for now. Root part dot cframe dot look vector. I believe that's how we do that. So that is the move direction. And we're going to say move direction. I forgot how to do all this. Anyways, I'll just look at the other code I have for this, but for now we're gonna continue with what else we need. So you could just have an animation. Let me blow this up for you guys. All right, you could just have an animation, you know, like right here. You'd play it right around here. I would play it separate to like the move, so I'd probably play it above the move, just so all my move stuff is together. Or you could play it under. I don't know. Who cares? All right, so, and then what we're going to do is we're going to set the humanoid state. Change state. We're going to set the state to physics. I just lost train of thought, like nobody's business. Okay, there we go. And then also we're gonna do humanoid.platform stand is true. So I don't know if that's needed, you know, in the midst of all my testing and stuff, making this dash system work. I don't know if this is needed per se, but I'm just gonna leave it in there. This is so, I mean, I feel like it shouldn't be needed, but I don't know. I just have it in there to be safe. Because I mean, if you don't have this, or, you know, if you don't do certain things when you're having your velocity will flop around, like your character will flop around. So like it'll bump into everything and it'll get knocked off, you know, all over the place. I mean, we can test that real quick, actually. Let me just see this other code real quick. In my dash, linear velocity, look vector dot units. So I'm using look vector. Okay. Well, that's very simple then. So that works. Okay. So I really am just doing that. Dot unit. Okay. Well, and then we could do linear v dot vector velocity equals vector 3 dot new move direction dot x move direction dot z, and I don't do the y because, you know, we want our player to be straight. We don't want our player to go, you know, up, down, or whatever. We want our player to be straight for the dash. Now you could add in some math on a like render step situation and change this a bit, you know, like you could make it start so there is that little drop off like some dashes have. You could do that, but we're not going to do that in this video. So yeah, let's test it. Let's see what we're working with here. Shoot. Oh my goodness. All right. Well, what do we have so far? We'll just print right here. Supposed to be doing force. We'll just call it force for now. I did forget to times it, so like we'll times it. Oh, okay. So something's up. Something's happening. Maybe we'll do math.huge for max force. We'll do linear v.enabled equals true. Oh, fuck. I really don't know what else I'm missing here. Let's check our roots part real quick. Oh, so this isn't even, it's not even creating. Oh, because we didn't parent it. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh sheesh. There we go. All right, let's see how it is. There we go. See, and it's like flopping around all over the place. Like we don't want that. And that's why we do that stuff. Like we could test it without the platform stand if we want to. But we're gonna do physics though for show, because we don't want the player to be able to control their character while they're in this dash state. And so that's why we have humanoid physics, like set the humanoid state type, set to physics. We don't want them to be able to control their character. And then why is it like, how do we get it to not like flop all over the place? Here's what we can do. Max force. Am I setting max force? Math.huge. We might not want that. That's probably too much force, and that's why we're getting that like super heavy pull. Okay, so let's try that. Okay, yeah. There we go. So not as much now, right? Like we were getting a super heavy pull, and now it's like kind of chilled out. We'll keep that at 1,000, which is the default. So now what we're gonna do is, how are we gonna like make it stop though? We can just do linear velocity destroy. We can do a task.delay on this if we want, or we can do a task.wait. I mean, like whatever you want to do. I will do a task.delay. And that function in here. And that function. With that function, you feel me? Alright, so linear v destroy. So we're destroying it after 0.5 seconds, I guess. Yeah, we'll do 0.5 seconds. Frick it. Alright, so now how are we gonna keep the character from flopping all over the place? I'm about to show you guys that real quick. I know I've been talking about it. I haven't really been putting it into action. There we go. Ooh, clean. All right, so let's get into it. How are we gonna do that? Well, we're gonna create a line orientation. So I like to call these align ori just to keep it short and make sense. Like I know what align ori is. If I ever see that, I don't need to spell out all of orientation. And then we'll do align ori, and here's the name. Actually, I like to keep my names to be real up there. So we'll do if not align ori, then align ori equals instance dot new align orientation, and then we'll do what do we need to do for this? Align ori dot attachment 0 equals root part find first child root rig attachment, and then we'll do align ori dot mode equals enum dot alignment. How the frick? Attachment mode. I don't remember this. Align. Wait. Orientation alignment mode. There we go. And then one attachment. Okay. And then what are we gonna set for? And then we'll have align ori dot enabled equals true. I just like to make these true. You might not need to, but I like to do that. And then what are we gonna do here? I forgot. Oh yeah, we gotta set the orientation. So we gotta set the root part C frame to a specific direction. And you know, I'm quite bad at math, so I'm probably gonna have to look at what I spent hours on figuring out. But what we're gonna have to do that. We're gonna have to set this align orientation. We're gonna have to set that root. We're gonna have to set the attachment for that to a specific C frame. Okay. So I believe what we do there is actually, what the fuck? All right. Align ori. Actually, no. We'll do root part find first child root rig attachment C frame or dot C frame, right? Equals C frame dot new, or actually C frame dot look at root part find first child root rig attachment. So this is the position, and now this is the orientation, which I believe, if I remember correctly, we need the move direction. So it is, I can't remember if it's the direction by itself or if it's like the position plus the direction, which that doesn't really make sense to me because, you know, I'm a bot, but whatever. I'm not a bot actually, but you know. All right, so look at vector3 expected got instance. What? Oh, that's right. Okay. Boom, position. All right, so now we're good. We should be Gucci to head on. All right, so there we go. Boom. Tra la la. Oh, but then we also have to you know, humanoid change state. So I guess platform stand doesn't need to be a thing, but I think maybe I did that for the, because it was like the animations were colliding or something, like they were messing with each other. Maybe, I really don't remember. I mean, I'm just gonna keep platform stand on mine because it's not causing no harm to have it in dot free fall. All right, cool. And then we can also, I think that's about it, right? Our align orientation isn't really working well, and I think this is gonna fix that. So we're gonna do max force math.huge. We're gonna do responsiveness, because I don't know how to spell. I think the max responsiveness is 200. That should take care of that. Max force. If it's not max force, it's max torque. Oh shoot! Oh, but if we move though, so our align orientation is not really working, which is kind of weird. Let me look in here and let's see if it's. Wait, fuck. Root attachment, root rig attachment, root attachment. Oh, you can use root attachment. So there's both of these in the humanoid or for R15, whatever. All right, so shoot, shoot. It like works, but it's like kind of weird behavior, I feel like it's not, I don't know, it's just kind of weird. Like root rig attachment, we'll just use root attachment for the align ori. So we're setting it to physics. Yeah, maybe it's the platform stand. Hey, maybe it's the platform stand. Let's go ahead and find out. I really have no fucking idea. I don't think it's the platform stand. It might be. I don't know. Hold on. Yeah, it's not the platform stand. It's not the platform stand. All right. Let's see. Where's this funky behavior coming from? And I could just look at my code that I spent so much time on, but I want to try and figure it out. Maybe that can't be right. I don't think that can be right. This look at thing. I'm just gonna look, dude. Frick it. Align attachment 0. Look at. So I am. Yeah, this is what I'm doing. I am taking in the actual position. Okay, so. And I can just use the root part position. I don't need to use the attachment position. That's another thing I was doing. Okay, so I'm just gonna do that. Position plus move direction, but we want our move direction to have also 0 on the Y. So I noticed that too. I forgot about that. Let's go ahead and see. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Gosh. So it's not like our line orientation just does not seem to be working. Just kind of frustrating. And I don't think it's because I'm creating a new attachment. So in that code that I had, I was creating its own attachment. and I was placing it in, but I don't think I need to do that. I really don't. I mean, we could. But I don't think that's the cause. I'm just gonna call it at 0. So we're just creating our own attachment right now, and we're just gonna use that. Maybe we need to have this be false at first and then set it. I don't freaking know, dude. That shouldn't be the case, though, honestly. All right, so we will see if this works, man. Who freaking knows? We'll see, man. We'll see. Enabled is not a valid member. Oh, we don't need to enable that. We just need to enable the align orientation. Dude, I don't know. I kind of give up. You see, it's like acting kind of funny. And I mean, I'm doing everything. It looks like I'm doing everything. Oh, the platform stand though. Oh, but yeah, I don't know, dude. This is really like, this took me forever to figure out too. So, I mean, dude, it's kind of yeah, I don't know. I don't see what I'm doing differently. Oh, well, I could, because we're getting weird behavior, so what I could do is root part dot velocity equals vector 3 dot 0, so we don't get that like weird maybe like behavior of like the character still moving when they're done. What in the frick? It's like working, but it's acting so weird. And let's see what we're gonna do. So we're gonna do humanoid dot platform stand equals false. All right. I don't know what else I need to do for this. Like, I really don't. I think we have everything that I'm currently doing. We're gonna just up this a little bit, I guess. Let me see the max force that I used on this one. Let me see this real quick. What's the max force? So I used quite of a high maxed force, but I don't know why that would be causing us a problem. Let's just use 100,000. 100,000. because I'm actually like dumb as hell. I have to like make sure that I'm typing enough the exact amount of zeros. Okay, now it's actually like working pretty good, but that align orientation is not working. And I remember that is like one of the things that took me forever to get working well. So it was a issue of like, okay, we don't have enough max force on our velocity, our linear velocity, which is interesting. Now how can we get this align orientation to work? Let me see what properties I'm using for my align orientation. I'm using the same properties for my align orientation, so I really don't know. And yeah, so this is kind of strange. I mean, it's working, but it's still like not, you know. Yeah, I'm using one attachment mode too as well, I believe. Yeah, one attachment mode. And then I'm just setting the C frame. Yeah, so I mean everything is what's my move direction? Same thing I'm getting. Interesting. Yeah, I don't freaking know, though. So because you can tell our align orientation is not working, because if it was, we wouldn't be getting this like weird behavior of our player flopping all over the place, and this is what it was. Oh my goodness gracious. Killing myself, man. There we go. There we go. And then okay, and then so like as you see, if I'm moving or if I'm going another way, and we don't have any debounce on this, so we're just able to kind of float here. If I'm like looking that way, I'll let you know this is what's happening. Is it's very weird, and I don't really fully understand it. It's something that I could find out fairly quickly, I believe, and I could understand it on an intimate level, but I just choose not to because I don't really care. But it's weird because if it's on mobile, it's different on the touchscreen, and I guess I'll show you guys real quick what I'm talking about. Maybe I can do that. So if we're going on touchscreen, it's gonna be hard for me to do the touchscreen, I think, because we're having to use a button. Yeah, okay, I can't actually show you the touchscreen. But if we're moving, so if we're like, so I can show you here. I mean, well, you already saw it. So like if our player isn't staying still and we're moving the character, then our move direction is going to be off, and it's going to, so to fix that on PC, we can do like if what is it? If it root part dot magnitude, is it? I don't freaking know. If root part dot velocity, is it dot velocity dot magnitude? I can't remember. I don't have it written down in the other script either. It's something like getting them, it's just so we know the character's moving. So basically if the character's moving at all, and that may not be fully correct, and I'm not even gonna look it up if it's not, but it might just be root part dot magnitude or something. But anyways, if it's above 0, that means we're moving. And then we're just gonna say our move direction to negative move direction dot x, and then move direction dot z. So that's like what's happening. It's very weird, and I know that that's probably wrong. But dot velocity dot magnitude in my bot. And as you can see, like, yeah, so if I'm pressing down on that, it's, so if I'm like going left, it'll go right, and that's basically what happens. So Root part dot velocity dot magnitude. Is that right? I think that's right. I mean, we could just look it up real quick to be honest, but I don't really feel like it. Yeah, let's not do it. I don't really care. So we'll just, I mean, but that's what you want to figure out. You want to figure out if your character is moving at all. And if they are, you're going to flip that X value. If they're on a computer, okay? So move direction dot, direction. We'll just do, like, I'll just show you real quick. Am I using it in the other script? I think I am, but I did some like bot stuff. It wasn't even really good. Oh, we're still going in the opposite direction. Okay. Interesting. I can't remember what I did to fix. I'm just gonna look at it. I'm gonna look at it. I'm a cheat. Yeah, so this is what I did. And this is such a dumb condition. I'm actually gonna remove that because like it doesn't make any sense. I'm not even gonna talk about it. Yeah, so this is all I did was just minus the X value of the move direction. And then it worked for me, so. But it's not working here, so that's very interesting. I don't know why that is. Linear velocity. We'll just do minus there. We don't need to change the whole thing. Oh, see, it's working now. But again, as you can see, the align orientation's now messed up. So you'd want to do the same. You'd want to make sure that you're doing the same thing with the align orientation. So just to count for that, so we could just do minus right there. But I believe it's different on mobile. And again, there could be like some simple fix for this, maybe like that I just haven't looked into. You know, like I could be sounding kind of dumb right now, by just, you know, using these quick solutions that I came up with. And now it doesn't want to work. See, it's crazy. I don't know, dude. I don't get it. Now it doesn't want to work. Plus, yeah, I'm just gonna have to. Yeah, I don't know, dude. It's like it's a weird situation. I got it to where it works now in my game like perfectly, so you know, and I don't really feel like tinkering with it. This video's gone on long enough. But yeah, I mean, that was, you know, what it was. You know, sometimes when you talk and you don't even be saying anything, like, you know what I'm saying? But see, it'll always work if you just sit there with your character, like, whatever. But now, so now it's kind of now it's actually working, but the align orientation is still kind of acting kind of weird. Well, no, yeah, it works. Yeah, cool. Yeah, so that's pretty much that. That's pretty much that, man. And then obviously, like, I think it acts differently on mobile. It's not obvious, but I think it acts differently on mobile, because I tested on mobile too, and it was like acting kind of funny. So I just can't show you on mobile right now because we're using a button, and we're not using a keybind or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I think that's it for this video though, guys. Long ass video for the dash. But yeah, I spent a long time on this dash system to make it work. I tried a bunch of different methods. This was the best method I could find out there. I've used, you know, vector force, which I'm sure that you probably could get the same effect with, but it's a little bit more complex because you have to account for the Y, I believe. And then also I think you could maybe use just assembly linear velocity on the root part, but I chose to just go with linear velocity. So yeah, I'll see you all on the next video. Peace.